Chosen one, before you listen to another word, I want you to do something. Close your eyes for just a moment. Remember every time you felt invisible, every time you walked into a room and no one noticed, every time your kindness was overlooked, every time your hard work went unappreciated, every time people acted as if your presence didn't matter. Now hear the voice of God. My child, people may have ignored you, but heaven never did. Chosen one. One of the greatest pains in life isn't always rejection. Sometimes it's being invisible, it's giving your best, and receiving no recognition. It's praying for others. While secretly wondering who is praying for you, it's encouraging everyone else. While silently carrying your own burdens, it's showing up every single day, doing the right thing, remaining faithful, yet feeling as though nobody sees your efforts. You asked yourself, Lord, does anyone even notice? Today, God answers. I noticed every act of faithfulness that nobody applauded. Chosen one. Every time you chose kindness instead of revenge, I saw it. Every time you forgave someone who never apologized, I saw it. Every time you gave when you barely had enough, I saw it. Every time you worshiped through tears, I heard every word. Nothing you've done for my kingdom has ever been forgotten. The world measures success by applause. God measures success by obedience, and obedience often happens when no one is watching. Chosen one. Think about Noah. For decades, he built the ark before a single drop of rain fell. People mocked him, children laughed at him, neighbors questioned him. No newspaper praised his faith, no crowd applauded his obedience. Every morning, he kept building. Every evening, he kept trusting. He had no evidence except God's promise. Yet he continued. Why? Because Noah understood something many people never learn. Faith does not require applause. Faith only requires trust. Chosen one. Perhaps you've spent years building an ark that nobody understands. You've remained faithful in your marriage. You've remained honest at work. You've continued praying for your family. You've kept serving in church. You've stayed committed to God, even when nobody celebrated your faithfulness. And sometimes, you quietly wondered, Lord, does any of this matter? God smiles today and says, every act of obedience is becoming part of the blessing I am preparing. Chosen one, the enemy wants you to believe that unnoticed means unimportant. But some of God's greatest work happens in secret. Seeds grow underground, babies develop in the womb, diamonds are formed beneath the earth. Even Jesus spent 30 years in quiet preparation before beginning 3 years of public ministry. Hidden seasons are never wasted seasons. They are preparation seasons. Chosen one, you have compared yourself to others too many times. You watch people become successful overnight. You watched doors open for others. You watched promotions come to people with less experience. You watched people who barely prayed receive opportunities you had prayed for years. You wondered, Lord, why them and not me? But comparison always hides one important truth. You only see the highlight of someone else's story. God sees the entire book. He knows what they can handle. He knows what you can handle. And He prepares each person differently. God says, I am not delaying your blessing. I am customizing your journey. Chosen one, the blessing I have for you cannot be compared to anyone else's. Your calling is different. Your assignment is different. Your purpose is different. That is why your process is different. Stop looking left. Stop looking right. Keep your eyes on me. Because where I am taking you, comparison cannot follow. Chosen one, very soon, the people who ignored you will begin asking for your advice. The people who overlooked your gifts will suddenly recognize your value. The people who assumed nothing special would ever happen in your life will witness my favor resting upon you, not because you demanded attention, but because I reward faithfulness. I always have, and I always will. This is not the end of your hidden season. This is the beginning of your revelation. The same God who watched you remain faithful in private is preparing to honor you in public. Chosen one, if you're still listening, then perhaps this message has found you at exactly the right moment, because today, God wants to answer a question that has quietly lived in your heart for years. You kept asking, Lord, why does it seem like everyone else gets noticed while I remain unseen? Why do people celebrate others but overlook me? Why do I keep giving my best while someone else receives the credit? Those questions have followed you through many seasons. At work, you gave everything you had, yet someone else received the promotion. In your family, you carried responsibilities that nobody appreciated. In your friendships, you remained loyal, yet when you needed support, very few people stood beside you, even in your walk with God. There were moments when you prayed faithfully but wondered if heaven was silent. Chosen one. Today God gently says, my silence never meant my absence. While people overlooked you, I was preparing something they could never imagine. You see, people only notice what happens on the stage. They rarely notice the years of preparation behind the curtain. They admire the victory, but they never see the countless battles. They celebrate the harvest, but they ignore the seasons of planting. God says, I have been developing your roots because I intend for your future to stand through every storm. Chosen one. Think about David. Before the crown, there was the wilderness. Before the palace, there were lonely fields. Before people sang his name, he spent years caring for sheep that no one else valued. His own family overlooked him. When the prophet Samuel came to anoint the next king, David wasn't even invited. His father assumed he wasn't important enough. Imagine how that must have felt. His own family couldn't see what God already knew, but heaven had already chosen him. God says, never let human opinions outweigh my calling over your life. Chosen one. Some people failed to recognize your value because they only looked at your appearance. They judged your current situation. They judged your finances. They judged your background. They judged your mistakes. But they never saw what I placed inside your spirit. They saw your limitations. I saw your purpose. They saw your weakness. I saw your strength. They saw an ordinary person. I saw someone I had chosen long before they ever met you. Chosen one. There were moments when you almost changed who you were, just to be accepted. You thought, maybe if I become more like them, maybe if I stop speaking about my faith, maybe if I lower my standards, maybe then they'll appreciate me. But God stopped you, because He never created you to fit into places where you were called to lead. He says, I didn't create you to chase acceptance. I created you to walk in my purpose. Chosen one. The enemy knows that if he can make you feel forgotten, he can make you stop believing. That's why he whispers, nobody cares about you. Your prayers don't matter. Nothing is changing. You'll always be overlooked. But every one of those thoughts is a lie. Because every day you've remained faithful, heaven has been recording your obedience. Every prayer you've whispered has reached the throne of God. Every act of kindness has been seen. Every sacrifice has been remembered. God says, I never forget those who trust me. Chosen one. Remember Hannah, year after year. She prayed for a child. People misunderstood her tears. Some judged her. Some mocked her. Others couldn't understand why she kept returning to God. But one prayer, one moment, one answer from heaven changed everything. The woman people pitied became the mother of a prophet. The season of tears became the season of testimony. The same God who remembered Hannah has not forgotten you, chosen one. Your waiting has not been punishment. It has been preparation. Your hidden season has not been failure. It has been training. Your delay has not been denial. It has been divine timing. There are people God had to remove before He could elevate you. There are lessons you needed before receiving greater responsibility. There were doors that had to remain closed because something better was still ahead. God says, had I answered every prayer immediately, you would have settled for less than what I planned. Chosen one, very soon. The people who ignored your presence will recognize God's favor on your life. The people who underestimated your potential will be amazed by your transformation, not because you became someone new overnight, but because my appointed season has arrived. The years of hidden faithfulness are about to produce visible fruit. The prayers you've prayed in secret will become testimonies spoken in public. The doors that remain shut will suddenly open through my favor. So don't stop praying, don't stop trusting, don't stop believing, because the God who watched you remain faithful in silence is preparing to reveal his goodness through your life in a way that no one will be able to deny. Your hid